bro, what's up, man? My phone just died. You mind if I use yours?
Man.
Get over here. Nah. Don't ever disturb me while I'm listening to the Heron Show, punk. And that's real talk.
Real Talk with Heron. In this episode, would like to thank NaMU Astro Daily.
Real Talk with Iran. Berlin, Germany. Sister, all good?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Berlin,
Can you hear us?
Germany. Real Talk with Iran.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
All good?
Okay, you can hear us? Okay.
All good?
Yeah, I want to. Where's everybody at? Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Is
Really
this?
good. Really cool. So, sister, it's really cool that you find some time for us. Nappy and me, we try to make a little interview with you.
Right.
You're down with that?
Yeah.
Really cool, really cool. Peace out. So, can you introduce yourself for the audience?
So my name is NaMU.
Okay.
I'm a numerologist, and astrologer, model, and
Okay.
a creative director.
Oh, really,
That's
really,
dope. That's dope. That's
really
dope.
good. Yeah, I'm impressed. Yeah. What can I say? This is this time we wanna making with you some.
So where you based out of? Not to cut you off, H Money. Where
Yes,
you
no.
based out of though?
What happened?
You want to let the people know where you from? Where you from? Where you based out of? Or where you repping?
Okay. I'm originally from New York, Harlem, to be specific, and I live in the Poconos right now. So
Okay.
currently,
Okay.
so NY,
So you
and
originally a New
yeah,
Yorker at heart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Yeah, that's really interesting for us to
Yo,
know.
you
Oh,
know
so
what?
wait.
Hold on.
So that's the
Say this. I want
background.
to say this.
Uh,
Yeah, that's the background. That's the
I thought I
background.
was bugging. I'm like, what the fuck is going on over
No.
here?
Yo, all I
Like,
want to say this real quick though. Yo, you the first one. We gotta do some type of applause or something. You the first one who took a puff on the show like me, yo. Word up. I gotta say that, yo. She the first one who took a puff on the show, yo.
But it doesn't
First
matter.
guest who took a puff.
It doesn't matter. It's Real Talk with Iran. I ain't got a problem with that. So you can do what you want. So yeah, really good. Enjoy that.
I don't drink alcohol, so I have my water.
Yeah, it's really
Oh,
good. Really
okay,
good.
all right, okay, all
Really
right.
good, really good. So, sister, so what is the kind of good weather in New York? What is there? Can you tell me what is there happening? I'm from Berlin, Germany, so I want to know what is there kind of stuff happening. So outside,
Outside of New York,
yeah,
or where
Or
you
where
live?
you are, or where you
where
based
you?
at. Like you basically asking like how the weather out there treating you, you know.
Oh, okay. The weather is it's snowing out over here, so
Oh,
Word? Y'all got snow?
okay, okay,
Word.
yeah,
That's crazy.
okay.
yeah,
This
it's
is
Okay.
snowing out here.
okay.
So it's not as bad, but
Yeah,
so quarantine and all that, how that.
yeah, okay. That's of course too, but so sometimes, I don't know really where people's when they're in the states, what kind of weather is there. So I asking for my interest. Yeah, the Berlin,
Mhm.
Germany. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, that's crazy because I went to school in Denmark
Oh,
during college, during the
Oh,
quarantine. So
word.
so
Oh,
I know
that's
some people in
dope.
Germany and
That's
Denmark.
dope.
okay,
Okay. All right. All right.
It's really good.
Wow. See, and yo, we've been building for a long time. I ain't even know that.
Yeah, so
That's
yeah, that
crazy
was
right
way
there.
back in the day. Way back in the day.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Really good, really good. So, and you, got some as around you is some specials is like New York. I don't wanna, I don't has to ask about the music scene from New York comes hip hop. So
Hmm.
this is a little crazy. So I think I know a lot of but from New York music scene. So
Right.
yeah, so
What about where you are? How's the music scene in the Poconos? Is there any or?
The music scene is pretty dope. There's a lot of people that came from the city, not just New York, but like Philly, Boston, Jersey. So and then
Okay.
there's people that came from different like countries. Like, we have a lot of people from Europe,
Oh,
like a lot of the foreign exchange because of the colleges over here. So
Okay.
so
All right.
the music scene has been better
yeah.
and it's been more diverse, I should say.
Okay.
Okay. All
So
right.
it's been more like different tastes and cultures and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So pretty much it's slowly getting there, but I mean it's great to like when you want to have vacation,
Uh-huh.
because like we main for like the water parks, the skiing and all that kind of stuff. So
Getaway stuff like that. Okay.
Okay.
right.
And you don't smoke in regular. I see you using a kind of stick for smoking.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the oil. That's the oil
pretty
joint right there.
yeah, pretty much a vape.
That's the
Pretty much a
vape. I
vape.
got one of those joints too
Eh,
right there.
I have asthma. I
yeah.
cannot be doing that
Oh,
ghetto shit.
okay.
I have
Ah,
asthma.
Okay. Okay. Enjoy it.
So you gotta
Enjoy
stay
it.
healthy, you know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta get
And
that water and all that.
enjoy
Okay.
that smoke.
Okay.
No, this is really cool. So then another question is it legal to smoke in there where you been?
Um, no.
No.
If you have a marijuana card, then yes.
Ah.
CBD is legal.
Okay.
But yeah, I smoke
Mm.
the oil, like mainly the oil, but then I smoke paper. So, but I don't smoke as much. But like CBD and like the oil, the THC oil, I pretty much smoke mostly every day.
For relaxing, I think that's sometimes you can use it for relaxing, not for the
Mhm.
Right.
every for growing up and smoking all the time. I think yeah, when you have so much what you're doing, you must be
Right.
focused on that kind of stuff. And yeah, so much respect, sister. So what can I tell you? Real talk with Iran, Berlin, Germany. That's for me a pleasure. So that I got you on my show, and you can talk with
Yeah,
me a
yeah.
little
Yo,
bit.
actually,
Yeah.
this right here, no, not to cut anybody off, but this like fan right here. You know what I mean? H Money right here. This like fan right here. You know what I
Ah,
mean? So
yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. Much respect to her. So what can I tell you? So
Yeah, because like y'all called me and everything, and I thought I was just talking to him, and I can't see nobody else. I said, "Who is this?" Like, and then like you got real talk over here, and you got brother like he's like, yeah, real talk. He said, hey sister, I'm like, nigga, where the fuck were you? How you see on my
Yeah,
screen?
all is straight out of Berlin.
yeah.
How the
Straight
fuck
out
they
of
on my screen?
Berlin.
Who the fuck I'm talking to right
Yeah, that's H Money right there. Hair
Yeah,
Raw, real talk
and
with
then
Hair
like
Raw.
he's so polite. Hey, my sister. So he introduced to me. My ass is like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really good, really good. So, yeah, sister, this is for me now. I think we can do a little bit of interviewing for my questions, regular
Mm-hmm.
questions. Uh, I know something from you, from Nappy. Tell me some about you, but I want to give that to the audience too. So, some questions
Mm-hmm.
that
Uh-huh.
can know some more from you. So,
Right.
yeah,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you really good,
Okay.
really.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I can
Cool.
hear you really good. So, how long you been a spiritual reader? How long?
Um.
Yeah. How long
For
you
some.
been a spiritual reader? This is my first question.
For several years, I've been studying astrology, numerology. Um. I came from a family that's very spiritual. Um. Intuitive, but that kind of carry out on me. So you know, I feel like as I got older, so like say like 25, I took it more seriously, and then when I got to like 27, that's when I'd start doing my services. Um, I kind of do my services in a way where it's more relatable to the people,
Uh-huh.
and especially to our people. So
Okay.
I use different techniques that whatever my client is kind of working with, they want to connect with, their ancestors or spirit.
Oh, okay.
I
Mm.
always kind of like
Mm.
ask them, like do you know your ancestors? Do you know like your where you came from? Or and that's why I always ask them about their birth chart. Do
Okay.
you know your birth chart? Like I always
Okay.
ask the question. So I ask them for like their birthday, their life path number, and things like that. But I could just tell from if I see that my client's picture, I could tell just by me speaking in spirit. Okay, you might have some ancestry in this country or that kind of country or whatever. Just
Mm,
by just by the energy because
that's so
it's
dope.
familiar with different people from from our ancestors from different people from countries and stuff like that because we all carry different different I should say different energies from people from
Mm,
different countries. You know
okay.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. You really
Okay.
good. That's really good.
Oh, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Like we carry different energies from from ancestors from different countries. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
All right. So I feel a lot of my ancestry came from not Namibia. Like that's the central south of Africa
Okay.
because
Okay.
I look at some of the women in my family and they carry that same like the body shape and the way
Mm,
they talk and like how they speak certain
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
languages in
Yeah,
our
yeah, yeah.
right.
language.
Right. 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 Right.
um
Right.
even if I meet somebody that's from that country
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, I always think I have some ancestry from there. And then we could be talking, and it's almost like we talking in English, but we talking in the dialect that is
The
connected with.
original dialect.
Right,
Ah, yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
same way
All
the
right.
same way you and brother
Yeah.
in real talk is like you from Jersey and he's from Germany.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So y'all
But
might have some similar
but that connection is
Yeah,
there, though.
yeah,
You
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
that is really cool because you remember that's remember me to my grandmother. She was a Santera. You know a Santera?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah.
Mm,
So
I don't. Can y'all put me on? I don't know what's
Yeah,
up with like. Can y'all put me on? Like,
right.
Centel,
so
what's that?
I
Like me in the
really
audience, we
I
want to
really
know.
know about that kind of stuff. So yeah.
We want to know. Like, can y'all put us on? Like,
Uh,
saying
this
what
is
is
the
that?
kind of stuff they're doing this in Brazil. Santera. This is a woman that
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of respect from the whole village. Yeah, she running in the village there
Mm,
around, and people give
Mm-hmm.
their respect for healing the peoples. She cooking some herbs for them and something like that. Uh,
wow.
yeah. So and give them some.
Okay.
Yeah, give them
So
some.
she's like a like in the healing
Yeah,
stuff like that.
of that.
Right, right.
Okay.
But
Okay.
also in the spiritual ways. So she give them people some strongs that they can grow up and have so much energy more and like this and come out of their mind
Mm-hmm.
and break free from some kind of when yeah when they're ill or something like that and
Mm-hmm.
they're breaking free from their illness because the normal way is to go to a doctor in the
Mm-hmm.
Western world, but
Okay.
in Africa and all around some kind of third lands, third
Caribbean.
yeah
Okay.
Caribbean
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
also the people's
Mm-hmm.
using that kind of stuff. Yeah, Santera called this in Brazil, but in other ways I don't know really called this, and this is something like what you're doing also. Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's
that's deep. That's deep.
right.
So like the same way
That's
he
deep.
was saying
Yeah,
in Brazil they have a lot of African ancestry.
of course.
So that kind of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah,
really follow
yeah,
a lot of the
yeah.
South America
Yes,
and Caribbean
of course.
Okay.
and also the Europe as well.
Yeah,
So basically around the world
yeah.
because
Okay.
it all started mainly in Africa,
Oh,
but mainly like in the Caribbean, like Cuba, Haiti,
yeah.
Dominican
Mm,
Republic, and a
mm.
lot of those that have a lot of
Wow,
melanin
wow.
ancestry came in there. So so basically, like I don't call myself like Vihira or Santita, but like
Right.
my lineage came from that.
Yeah,
So it's
Okay.
just like
Okay.
specifically, I just kind of like I'm more of a intuitive reader or more
Right.
spiritual reader
much respect.
because
Okay.
I'm connecting with different energies and the spirits.
Yeah, much
You know what I'm
respect,
saying?
much
Right,
respect,
right,
sister.
right, right,
So
right.
this is now some kind of stuff. I don't. I got a second question, and the second question you
Hmm.
answering me that in that what you're talking, because where I want to asking you about where's your influence, why you coming to this spiritual reading, but it was inside your roots. It's inside your
Hmm.
yeah. Understand? I got it also in my roots. That kind of stuff. This something
Right.
happens and I notice before it happens. Something,
No, yeah, you
some
got
things
the
are like
very
this,
intuitive.
and
Right, right.
this is. But I think some part influence you from your family, also.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, like you have relatives that are like almost like practitioners, pretty much.
Okay.
So
Mm.
on my two grandmothers on my father's side were pretty much practitioners,
Ah.
but I I got a reading myself, and it was she was a practitioner as well, but she was
Okay.
an older reader, spiritual healer. This is way back in the summertime, like 3 years ago, I believe,
Okay.
and
All right.
pretty much she was just saying that, you know, I'm not gonna, take too long by answering this question, but she was just pretty much saying that a lot of your ancestors are warriors, and
Mm.
they are practitioners, they are like your healers, and they work in a spiritual, they do spirit work, but they pass your gift to you because you have a mission
Yeah.
to help.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Of course.
You have a mission
Yeah.
to help your people,
Yeah.
help the
Yeah.
world. But she was
Okay.
just like, she was pretty much just saying like, you're not paying attention to yourself, like paying attention to your center self. So you have to be able to like start your meditation, start the work, because whatever mission you're going in, I had to be prepared mentally first.
Right.
And
Right.
Really good. Really good.
Right.
so I've been having dreams, and I always had dreams as a kid. I never knew what it meant
Mhm.
until I started getting older and started getting more spiritual myself, because there were
Okay.
just certain
Yeah.
things like I was singing, and I'm just like, okay, what is going on? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
no, because like some people think it's taboo, or but we all have this
Right.
inside
No,
of people.
Right.
that you can do what
Right.
you want
You
to
know.
do. That's you're free, and you
Mhm.
yeah, free choosing what you want to do, and this is a good type of thing.
Right, right.
Spiritual reading. This is really good. In Germany, some people doing that. Also here, they're reading from the hands, something like that. Uh,
Oh, palm reading,
yeah, something
I
like this
believe.
with cards also, and this stuff,
Oh,
something like
can I
this.
can I ask you how do you feel about that? Like shops like that, like you from New York, so you see a bunch of
Hmm.
those. So how
Yeah.
do you feel about that? Like that type of, is it the same thing that you do, or is it like how do you feel about it?
Um, in my opinion, no, it's not the same thing.
Okay.
Because I feel like, I'll be real with you. Even though like I respect old readers, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, like I'm very different when I do my readings. I'm more personal.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't even like to
Okay.
even when I used to do like live videos, I stopped doing that because I feel like my energy is not resonating with that. So
Right.
I feel like I do a video, post it, then boom. And what I actually do is I do one-on-one readings, to face, but I don't allow the public to like see me do a reading. You know what I'm
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
saying? So say like
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Respect.
okay.
Respect. No.
Oh, I was about to say much
Yeah.
respect to that, because that's like, I would listen, if I was a customer, I don't even want to say customer, but if I was someone,
Mhm.
like getting a reading, I would really look at that like, damn, like, I kind of take this like, more serious. Like, this is more like, okay, she's
Mhm.
not trying to do this for like live streams or,
Mhm.
no views, or if it gets that when it gets there,
Mhm.
whatever, that's just, icing on the cake, but
Right.
it's not from the heart and from the root. It's not for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's you
Exactly.
know what I mean?
Because
So much,
it's
yeah.
it's it's pretty much a therapy session
Yeah,
if you think about
Okay.
it.
of course, of course.
Okay.
Because like at the end of the day, like I want to be able to, if I'm an empath and I'm very intuitive, I want to be able to connect whatever my client
Yeah,
is telling me,
exactly,
Mm,
because
exactly.
because
mm,
because if you're doing a public reading and you telling them all this stuff, you got all these people surround all these
Yeah.
different energies.
Now,
You could pick up on anything, and it won't be related to what the person is
yeah,
asking me,
yeah,
right.
or
yeah,
they
Right.
asking spirit or
yeah,
whatever you want to say.
yeah.
Right.
So
It's
Okay.
I feel
I
like
can
with that, I
understand
feel
that. I
like
can
with that,
understand that.
it's not a
I work on
yeah.
my own, my own.
This was really for me really impressing what I heard from you, sister. You want to do this for an not for an entertaining. It's about you want to get what you said personal to the person.
Mhm.
Person. That
Right,
is
exactly,
really
exactly.
dope, dope, dope. Yeah, I can say because people they do this. I'm a spiritual and I want to go and and
Trying to get a million followers
yeah,
and you know what
Exactly,
I mean? And
really good, really
exactly.
good, really good.
Yeah, because we kind of live in the cyber kind of era.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
everybody's like
good point.
tapping into whatever they want to tap into.
Good
But my
point.
thing is that if you're not being real with yourself and you getting money from individuals that really need help,
yeah,
what the fuck you doing?
yeah, yeah. Of course, of
Right.
course, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. I don't be cursing
No,
here, but
Right.
I feel like if you're
Real
dealing with
talk.
you're
real
dealing with
Real
talk, real
talk.
talk.
ancestry
Yeah.
and spirituality, like you're not helping the people. You're helping yourself to get money.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I feel like with that, I can't really rock with you. I don't support nobody, no reader that does that.
Okay.
Right.
So
Right. And I can agree
you know
with you
what
100%.
I mean?
I'm not as in depth as you are, you know, as in,
Right,
you know, I know a little something, but I'm not as in depth, but I can respect that
Of course.
a
Of
thousand
right,
course.
percent.
Of
You
course.
know what I mean?
Of course.
right, right.
So I come into my third question, sister. Is I heard also that you modeling. Do you have any projects or any peoples do you work with?
Mainly I work with my business partner.
Okay.
And our I should say our brand is called Create and Be, but
Oh,
we mainly call it CBD culture. Because we in the Poconos there's not a lot of it's not a lot of, like I said, with the music, it's still expanding, but like with the art and music and having, people of different cultures and of color,
hmm
we want to expand the Poconos and really make it a name. So it's called Create and Be, but our studio is called Create and Be Art Culture
okay.
Studio. So
All right.
we have a lot of black photographers, even
Mm,
black artists that come, display their work. We just had a show in February called Black Culture in the
Okay.
Bird,
Okay.
and
dope.
so
Nice. Nice.
even though we celebrated Black History Month, but there were still people not of color that wanted to display their work,
Okay.
and so yeah, like we have that, and the founder of Create and Be she's a photographer,
Okay.
so she mainly does my photos.
Oh.
Mm,
But the photographers that display their work for me as a creative director and a model
Oh.
for our business, I just hit up one of the photographers that displayed his work from the last event, and we're gonna have a virtual art event this week and next week, and then we're gonna have
okay.
another one. But his name is Ryan. He his photography stuff is beautiful. So I hit him up on the idea. So that's on the hush hush. But like,
Okay.
I think
All
it's
right.
after quarantine, because I feel like it's like I wanna like kind of impact a lot of women that have full body figures or struggling with their
Okay.
bodies.
Okay.
So especially women of color. So I want to do that, but
Okay.
All
also
right.
have a sense of eclectic style.
Okay.
Mm,
Um, so a lot of my style is like very, like you might see in Vogue from the 80s or 90s, and I try to, you know
fire.
correct
Fire.
get that style
Okay.
created in
Yeah.
my way where it's a new era.
Okay.
But
Okay. All
you know
right.
what I
All
mean?
right.
So like that's pretty much what my modeling is. And my modeling is pretty much body positivity, but I'm not trying to be no Instagram model out
Yeah.
here. No, not me.
All good, sister. No, this is all good for me.
Not me.
So it's only a question for me. Some kind show some kind of your art, your what you're doing there. Some kind of pictures from your modeling sizes. What you're doing there. Photos.
Oh, okay. So it's mainly on my Instagram.
Okay.
But I'm in the process of creating a portfolio,
Hmm.
Okay.
mainly to do it online because
All
I
right.
feel like Instagram is just another source, but I feel like with a website it gets a more of a more more
More intimate. More
more
intimate.
intimate and more
Okay.
authentic
All right.
So
Yeah. Right. Right.
I'm definitely
I
gonna be
agree.
doing
I
that.
agree.
I'm trying to work with a lot of black photographers
Okay.
because I'm trying to. Okay, this is what I'm really trying to do. Since we on this topic, I'm
Okay.
really trying to do is Harlem Renaissance.
Hmm.
So I want to take a lot of the styles and ideas from the Harlem Renaissance, and then next year I really want to take a lot of the Caribbean styles, like from different islands, and create a lot of the colors, a lot of the concepts, a lot of the objects and things like that from the Caribbean, and make it to a photo.
Wow.
Oh,
So
Okay.
like a lot of
Okay.
my ideas are coming from
really
like
good.
traveling,
Yeah.
things like that, different cultures. So that's
Wow.
mainly
That's
what I'm trying to
nice.
impact in my mountain.
That's
That's
really
nice.
that's
That's amazing.
yeah, for
That's
me too.
amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
you're doing really great, and yeah, I can say go on doing that for yeah, do this and do this and do this. Maybe sometime we see us live here in Berlin, Germany. I don't
Yo,
know.
you never know. You never
We
know.
never
Speak to
know.
the
Never
sisters, brother.
know.
Speak to the sisters.
You
Speak
never
to the
know.
sisters. Speak to the
You never
sisters.
Yeah,
know.
Fashion show in Germany,
yeah,
Berlin.
Yes. Yes. That'll be fire. That'll be fire.
Yo,
Even the art joint. Like, you know what I mean?
If I listen, if I go to Germany, I don't even know how to act, player. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm in Germany. You cannot talk to me. Like,
Okay, all right.
no, no.
What about the spiritual reading? What about what if we did a test on Heron? Like what if Heron told you it's his birth date or his birth date or something like that? Like you able to do something on
so
Heron real
okay,
quick?
all right. So when is your birthday?
2nd of August.
The 2nd of August.
Yeah,
Okay. What year?
Leo.
What year?
Leo.
What's the
No, the
okay?
year.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Oh,
year,
oh,
the
so
year.
sorry.
Sorry,
I get it now. 77.
77. Okay, okay. All right. I'm about to do your life path first.
Okay.
That's what I
Okay,
like to do. The
all
life
right.
path first.
This would
Doing the calculations.
this
Just give
would
me a moment.
what
Okay, so this right here, hold on. So this right here, we got to follow every step. So this right here is the calculations.
when
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
calculation.
this is the calculations. Okay, so we're
I'm
doing
Calculation.
really
so we're
surprised.
doing Heron's. We're doing Heron's life
Life
path
path.
calculations right now.
I'm really
Okay.
surprised,
Life
but
path
what
number.
the outcome of this is. I'm really surprised. So, sister, I'm really surprised of this what coming out. So this, yeah, I'm waiting. We talk with you on this. It's the first time.
August August 2nd,
77.
1977.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so you're a second person too. I'm a second person too. November 2nd.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. What does that mean? What does that mean? He's the second person. What does that mean?
So pretty much. Okay, I'm November 2nd. He's August 2nd.
Yeah. So can you explain again us what you talk about second person?
Okay, number two.
Yeah.
So basically we work on the number two frequency, right? So we're very empathetic on others. We like to work in with others, like one on one and groups. Working like we like to support groups, but you're mainly the one that kind of leads the group. And so number two people, number
Better
two,
talk with Harold.
second born people, we kind of organize it, but let people kind of like have a word, but still lead it in a way. So that's really what it means.
Deep.
So and then
I so hold on, not to cut you off, but does
Mhm.
that make sense to you, H? Does that make sense to you?
Oh,
Like,
this is really for me and Nappy, we
Mhm.
connected now, and this is yeah, it makes sense.
that's how it's kind of going.
It
Yo,
makes
that's
sense,
crazy, yo.
but
As I say, yo, she's on point, yo.
she's
Like,
on point.
on
Really, really,
point, yo.
really,
Like,
really, really, really good, really good. So go on, please, sister. I'm really, yeah,
yeah. Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
You're right. And then so I did your calculation. So Heron life path number is 7. So when a life path 7, you kind of you urge, like I said, you lead the group, but you urge everyone's knowledge. Like you want to know what that person is thinking and what and how they've learned that, and also you incorporate that knowledge, what they told you for yourself. But you also like to like, okay, but you constantly doing your research on everyone you work with, because one, you want to see if this type of person is great to have as a business partner, or great to have as a team member in your, I should say, in your soul group. So with a life path 7, you work on a frequency of 7. You even have like certain things that are kind of like calculated in the 7, like your favorite socks, or your collections, and have a 7 series or some shit like that.
Wait, sister. Something like that.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow!
Yo, that's crazy.
Wow!
Oh man,
Wow!
yo,
Wow!
that's
That,
amazing right
I
there.
have to drink my water for that shit. God damn!
Listen,
Woo! Wow!
Linda. Yo, that was amazing. Right, that was crazy. That creeped me
You
out.
you didn't you
All
don't have to hit
right,
me like that, her. Why you have to hit me like you have to hit us like that?
No,
that creeped me out.
really
Yo,
impressive.
homeboy had his brother had his sunglasses. He's like, wait, I got something for y'all. Hold on.
Yo,
Yeah.
Woo!
that was yo. Wow,
No,
He's like, let this shit marinate real quick. I got something for y'all. Hold on.
Listen,
I'm really impressed by you. Bow down to you, sister. This is really from my heart. Much respect to you. Peace out and to New York. So
crazy,
this is really, I'm really impressed, and all what you say makes
crazy.
sense. And
Mhm.
people's they get in touch and connected with you. They get much energy from you. I think that's right.
Mhm.
So
Right.
Yeah, that's the real deal. That's the real deal right there. Like,
Right.
yo, that was crazy.
no,
Right.
for me, this is really a good talk and really really cool interview. My brother Nappy, he arranged all that visual stuff and all that. I'm a host and I liking it, but you are really dope, sister. Really, really good. That's flashing me also. That's really cool. That was really cool. Also, all what,
Thank you so much. It was
yeah.
great meeting you. Great meeting you. You have a like you're very observant, because when I was talking to you, I'm like, hold up, should I smoke? Should I? I'm like, who is this? Like, I'm thinking you one of my uncles over here. I'm like, brother, how are you? I'm like, uncle's like, what's up? Because like he
Nah,
told me personal back in the day before when I was like,
H money, H money. Tell her what you be smoking on over there. Tell her what you be smoking on.
So now this time was a special haze. Yeah, the special haze.
Okay.
Before it was often Gary Payton. Gary Payton. I can swear,
Yeah, with Gary Payton over there. Yo, I
Word.
can't make this shit up. I can't make it up.
Yo, he had the sunglasses. Yo, I'm just telling you, when you put that jersey on the screen, I'm thinking like it is an audio, influence or something like that. Brother, you got me dehydrated from that. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
that that is my signature, and all the peoples they see me. That
Yo,
is a kind of yeah.
Yeah, because
and listen,
the way you
hold
look
on,
at the
hold
screen,
on,
you're like,
hold
oh
on. Y'all
yeah,
know
oh
what's
yeah.
y'all know what's crazy? Y'all know what's crazy? Like, yo, I've seen that jersey a few times. I seen that jersey mad time, and I still didn't think like to say it like, yo, yeah, he got the like, yo, he had to put it on the screen. Like, I'm like, oh shit, like, yo,
Wow.
that's crazy. Wow,
No.
I can't lie. Like, I'm the type like it's hard to impress me. I'm not gonna lie. Like that right there, like yo, that like yo,
Right, right,
hold up, like, yo,
right,
that
right.
was crazy right there. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
So this is
Yo, and then brother over here with the glasses. Yo, H is like, all right, I'm hearing her. I'm observing. We already marinate the energy. It's building. Hold on, sister. Hold on. I got something for you. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, calm
yeah,
down.
H too cool for school. He too cool for
No,
school.
because like still, I'm thinking, you had an audio, influence. I'm like, all right, the audio's a little fucked up because,
Yeah, I ain't know what
he's
he
in
gonna
Europe
pull
and all
out. I'm
that.
thinking he gonna pull out some.
No,
Like
got my
yo.
ass all like, wait a minute,
Oh
wait a minute.
man.
no,
Damn.
no. This is a kind of combination. This is really awesome. This combination. Yeah, I'm really so I can say yeah, it was one of my best days that I ever had
Right,
so far.
right,
Really
That's
cool,
yeah, yo,
really
that's
cool
dope. That's dope.
talking, and yeah, the combination between us three. This is really cool. I'm really down with you, sister. What you're saying and all what you're doing. Much respect,
right.
much respect. Yeah, and yeah, this is Nappy has to breathe some, take some air, and
Yo,
no,
listen. That right there was yo. I ain't gonna. It caught me off guard. It caught
My,
me off guard.
listen, my thing was like I can't see his eyes, so
Okay.
and that's why like that's the number two, because I
Okay.
understand that because when I go
Okay.
outside, I have my glasses on. Even when it's dark outside, I have my glasses
Oh.
on.
yeah,
Okay.
But
So that has something to do with the number two, also.
right, because we
Wow.
see with our eyes, because like okay, say like with brother H, he see with his eyes, but he has to have his glasses on for a spiritual protection because he sees how the person's is. So like when he saw me, I'm like thinking like, is homeboy one of my uncles over here? What gotta do? Like, I don't know. Should I be like, hello, sir, how are you? Or should I be smoking my shit like and then be by myself? So he's like, well, hey,
Nah,
sister, how are you? You know what I'm saying?
H20 too cool for
Yeah.
school over there. He be burning it down too, man.
Yeah, and then my thing is like once I said 7, he was just like, okay, he's listening. I'm just like, okay. And then next thing you know, hold on. I'm like, put the jersey up on the
Wow.
screen. That's crazy. And it's crazy that when you gave me your year that you was born, just realize it's 1977.
77.
Got another
Seven.
that's triple seven right there.
Man.
yes.
Triple seven.
Wow.
No, this is
That's crazy.
this is for me really cool because all this coming together. What you're saying, I love my grandmother in Brazil. She's passed away a long time, but this
Mhm.
what you're talking
Oh
and
wow,
this
sorry to hear that.
coming near to me. Say, oh, I can tell her also this my experience
Mhm.
about that, and yeah. So
Wow.
this is a kind of real. It's bingo. so
Right.
so really cool, really cool.
Well, we just had a ritual or a ceremony in on the real talk.
Yeah, something like
So,
that.
Wow.
Something. This
you know,
must.
Wow.
It must
Wow.
not be all the time the same. You must break from this. It's all the time the same. You must take the
mhm.
same time for people's. No, you must break and free from that. You must go
Yeah.
out and
Yeah,
say,
and yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And that's crazy because speaking of that, because my uncle just passed away today by the virus. So
Sorry to hear that.
so
Wow. Sorry to hear that.
like once you said like August, I'm just like wow, a lot another Leo. So he's also born in August as well. So
Okay.
that's
Oh,
also dealing with the spirituality. So maybe he
yeah.
was supposed
Long
to do
live.
the
Oh.
yeah well, he was supposed to do the interview yesterday, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
now it's today.
Yesterday, but we had our little technical difficulties or
Right,
whatever.
right. And then now it's today. So like, everything happens on the divine timing. That's how I believe. But everything happens
Mm.
on spiritual timing. So
Mm.
everything's out of our out of our control
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I never met Brother
Right.
H.
Right. Right.
But Brother
Right.
H
Right.
could have
Right.
been like this whole thing is like, we talking, but it's not just me, it's all three of
yeah.
us.
Of course,
So,
of course, of course, of
you
course.
know,
Yeah. We feeling each other some so this energy is moving
right,
from you
exactly.
to Nappy to me and back and again. This is awesome for me also. This is I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting here in Berlin and say, man, I met this guy Nappy for Nappy, so 2 months we get in connected connection, and he did a lot for me, and I don't say did do this for me, but he did that for me. And so I say, what? I'm so impressed by him, and now I'm so impressed by you. So
Right, right.
that's really cool. Yeah, yeah. All of you, much respect. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
in
much respect to you too, though. H, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like your energy
yeah.
is amazing. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
man,
Like your
hey.
energy is
Yeah,
crazy.
brother,
Like,
brother had me on my toes. I was dehydrated from that with the jersey. He's like, and knowing the fact that you can't see his eyes, so you can only hear about
and
his
look, and
voice
look, and
and
look, and look,
yeah,
look. I know, like I could tell you hard to impress. You know what I'm saying? So I know that right there. Like, so for you to be like, you know what I mean? Like that, even with I'm like, yo, that was like, yeah, that was a moment right there. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
that was a moment.
No.
yeah. Because I could very tell, brother. He's the observer. That's he's like I can listen to you all day, but I can just tell you bullshit. Like,
No, no,
saying?
no, 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 no. I talking with Nappy, and this talk with Nappy is awesome. When we talking so much, and this is for me awesome. It give me so much. I hope I give you so much back. What you give me, Nappy.
Yeah, likewise, bro. Yeah, definitely.
So this is I here in Berlin, Germany. I ain't got so much people I can talk to. That I
Mhm.
say, I know a lot of people's a long time, but I cannot break so much free to them. Yeah,
Right,
so this
right,
is
It's
for,
like
right.
that sometimes.
yeah,
Yep, and then we have the power of the internet and the power of technology
yeah.
now.
Now
So
this is
now
yeah, yeah. This
True
is
now
indeed.
we have
True
somewhere to
indeed.
go in Germany.
True indeed.
Oh,
True indeed.
of course,
True
and
indeed.
I travel. You don't know really my show. My show was based on connected international peoples from Africa, from Cuba, from India. I try from
Mm,
Nepal, from East Timor, from everywhere. I try connecting peoples. China. I hope so. Sometimes Japan. I want to jump in on every peoples,
mm.
and in my mind, I ain't got no borders. I ain't got no nationalities. I feel like a human in first case.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Right.
my single. But the most of people's that get catched from all this stuff, and yeah, this influence around and people's yeah, they're standing there and they're watching TV, or the media got them, and so they in this,
Right.
and they're running this straight like I must go to work and have something to do, and everything is the same all the time, happens the
Robotic.
same. Yeah,
Robotic.
Right.
yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So it's for me a kind of boring also, but don't wanna quote them and rate them. Say, yeah, it's boring. That's the same. Them lives. Not boring. I think so. So
Right, but you know what? But you know what you're doing though is you also, like I said,
yeah,
with the Life Path 7, you're the main one that's leading everyone else and connecting everyone else. So with the real talk, what you're doing is you're helping me also, but you're the next interview you're gonna you know might interview. I don't know who that might be similar to me, but then you hit me up, be like, oh, hey, sister, I got, there's another reader that I interview or another person that's
Mm,
into spirituality.
yeah.
Then boom, like reconnecting. So it's
right.
almost like you're the source, but you letting everyone have the source. You
Mm,
get what I mean?
deep.
Okay. I say both of us, the source, and Napi, he put me on that zooming. I must say
Right,
that this
right,
that the
right. But
respect.
you see, but you see how you're the one that's leading the conversation. Like you're talking to me, but you're leading
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
both of us. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Okay,
Oh,
you're the main one that's corrupt. Doing the conversations, leading the conversations, and
yeah,
ending it.
I'm the
You know what I
host.
mean?
I am the host.
He's
That's
the
right.
right. He's the David Letterman.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah,
host.
he's right, but he's the owl. He's the owl.
Mm.
No,
Hold
He's the
on. What do you
owl.
mean by that? Hold on. What do you mean by that? He's the owl.
So the owl pretty much, you know how like the owl just stands on a tree and it observes, looks around. But
okay.
Okay.
every time there's
Oh
little creatures
yeah.
in the trees, he's like, okay, all right, I see you, all right,
Oh, oh,
right. But he's mainly the self, but he's looking at everyone else and his
Mm.
surroundings. So he's the owl,
uh,
the
yeah,
owl.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, this is for me. I'm feeling sometimes surrounded by not really real peoples. That's
Right, right,
that is the kind of problem, and so I going out and I have no. I don't want to see say some kind of special feelings about. Yeah, I don't want to hang with these people. I going out and hang with every people's out. And everybody,
right,
I'm
Mm.
walking out
right.
here in Berlin, Germany. Every people's knowing me around my block, and everybody loving me.
Hmm.
I don't know why
Mm-hmm.
they're doing that, but yeah, they're doing this.
Yeah, but also like I said, the owl symbolizes wisdom. So people kind of come to you as like, like when I said in the beginning, I'm like you got a like a uncle, like a higher um level of status of like wisdom. So like
Like an
you're
OG mentor
right,
type.
like an
Yeah,
OG,
yeah,
like
yeah.
how we
Yo,
say
cause I ain't gonna lie, That's
right,
what I
right,
kind of get from him. You know what I mean? Like, that's
right,
what I kind of get from him. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
So yeah,
Man,
like I'll
you
probably
so
call
dope,
you your
Nappy.
your Unc H, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like that like that uncle father mentality, but you don't have kids, but you're like in the hood. They have this your OG or Unc is that person that's is a father figure to everyone.
well, well,
He's
well,
not
well, actually, H money. Let her know how you rocking them with the kids though. Let her know how you rocking.
Yeah, I got two
Mhm.
kids by myself. You saw the jersey for my son, and I got a small daughter also, and I grew them by myself.
Wow, wow.
So,
Wow. But see how people, not just your kids, but people that are not your kids are just like, strangers or not strangers, but like people from the community, they come to you for certain advice or like things
Yeah,
like
just it's
that.
just that energy that
Right,
he
right,
brought.
oh man,
right.
Yeah.
oh man,
Because you saw me when this interview started. I don't know if I was gonna smoke or it was in the person. I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm chilling. He's like, hey, sister. Da, da, da. I'm like, should I be professional? Should I just chill? You know what
no, no,
I
no.
mean?
This is really good because some kind the whole body feeling is good now. And when this happened, I say, man, I can break free. I can make with the people. I can hang out with them. And this is for me. yeah, this is really cool when I got some people surrounded by you and Nappy also. This is for me a really good feeling
Right,
when I
right.
have such kind of people around me and not people that say, "Oh man, this is not so a good feel." You feel it from your body. This it's a feeling around
Mm-hmm.
me that makes me say, "Oh no, I don't feel in that kind of people." So and at you, you're far away, both of you, but I feel also your energy and say, "Eh,
Mm-hmm.
really good people."
Right,
So
right. And you all the way in Berlin, Germany.
yeah, of course.
You all the way in Berlin, Germany.
Yeah.
Right on my
Yeah,
street. You know what I'm
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sister,
It's probably the first. This is the first time I meet you, but it's probably not the first time I meet you because
yeah, you
you
can,
like you Uncle Ace right now.
you
Uncle Ace.
you can always, sister. That's for real. You can always, like Nappy did. You can always connect to me. I don't know if you got some Facebook or other connected.
Right, right,
You
right,
can write on me, add me, and you can write on me all the time. I got ear, or we can have a talk all the time, and maybe we work some other things out. I don't know.
right.
Some I don't know because this happened with Nappy too. He created this thing in my back on Nappy's back too. This
Mm-hmm.
it's also me, but he created this, and I think in a fast way I was really impressed by Nappy. I said, "What?" In I think half an hour he did that. I don't know really, brother, but
Right,
uh, uh,
right, right, right,
yeah,
right.
and then he comes up 2 weeks later. He say, "Heron, I got for you special intro." Also, and say what? He got also an intro for me. Real talk with Heron. I say what?
But again, that's that like that uncle response, that uncle like,
Yeah,
damn, like
yeah,
I ain't have to do
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
Like
It was
I
Yeah,
got the young cats
yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah.
it was astonishing for me that some people that I don't really much know come to me and say, I make that a good graphic for you, okay, and I make that
Mhm.
intro for you for your show, okay." I say, "Okay." So
Nah, but she's right though. That was that. That was that. Coming up in the kitchen, like, yo, man, you got this in the freezer, you got this up in here, like, you ain't cooking this shit, like,
Right,
yo,
right,
put
right,
this shit on our stove, bro, like,
right,
we
right,
cooking,
right,
let's go.
right.
no,
Yeah.
this is really really good to have this time with you to share this, especially at this time. I don't want to go in this kind of talk, but in this time
Mm-hmm.
you find peoples and have so much fun, and not only fun, good feeling, fun,
Mm-hmm.
and serious talk also. This is kind of
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that mixed
yeah,
up
yeah.
together for
I mean,
me.
it happens. It happens. Sometimes, the talk, the conversation get good, and we just, it happens. It happens.
It's really
Right,
happens,
right.
sister. So I must yeah, take some water also. I take some water drinking. But
Yeah, that's what I got right there.
Shit, I got the whole jug over this joint, so I ain't even tripping on
uh,
nobody.
yeah, no, for us, for Napi and for me, we when we was doing that, is kind of, yeah, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
A kind of organization, and we must make it roundabout. So this is
Right.
had some special question for you also, the real talk questions, if you like to call
Mm-hmm.
them this.
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
So
definitely.
then we can start with this. So this is if you had your own planet and you can invite only three type of species, which type of species you choose and why?
If I had my own planet, which type of species
Three
Yes.
types
would
of
I?
species. Only three
What,
types of species you can invite.
only three type of species I can invite. All right, I would invite scorpion, not just because I'm a Scorpio, but I love that type of species.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
And why would you invite them? Why would you invite them? Oh,
the
well, you
scorpion,
said you love them. You said you love them.
because
What else?
Because the reason why I would invite the scorpion is because protection. Because the scorpion can poison a person that's inviting the premises. So
Damn. So
yeah,
you go.
yeah, yeah,
Hey, Tom.
So you go.
yeah.
Okay. All
No,
right. So you ain't played no games at
no,
all.
no.
Like.
But then also you could use the scorpion poison for some type of protection. You don't have to use
Ah.
yeah. So the liquid or I should say the poison can
Wow.
hit the body.
Oh,
Um,
I ain't fucking with
um,
this shit.
the
Oh,
snake. I
Yeah,
would invite. I
I
would
ain't coming to
invite
no
the
enemy
snake.
shit.
no, no.
Yeah, I would invite in the snake because the second speech I was writing a snake.
Okay.
One because I feel like the snake would any other different toxic species, the snake can eat it.
Ah,
Oh,
oh,
So
damn, damn, damn,
and then
damn.
so for me I feel like the snake would be that, but also I'm a the year of the snake in Chinese
Mm,
astrology. So I would do
mm.
those two species, scorpion and snake.
Okay.
The third one I would have is either a panther or a lion. Specifically a panther because a panther is very loyal to the owner, even though
Mm,
it's not a real pet or whatever. But a panther is very observant of the energies.
Okay,
So I will have panther
wow.
on my side.
okay. This is
Mm,
So the same
okay.
thing I have my cat.
Deep.
The same way I have my cat
mhm.
is the same way I
Okay.
will have a panther.
Oh,
So
Okay.
the
All right. All right.
scorpion,
Wow.
snake, and a panther.
Okay.
really good. Really good choose. Sister. This is really,
Wow. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, really good. So you want to show something?
No. My cat was he's I don't know if he wants to be on camera with us or something, but
No, there must not be.
homeboy loves to just kind of like, what's going on? Who y'all hurt? And I'm just like, bro, leave me alone.
No.
Nah, because I had him in his carrier so that way, he doesn't just disrupt me and
Oh,
what's my intention and all that. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
no, this.
so yeah, the same way, yeah, those three species, and then I would either live in Pluto
Oh,
or somewhere in Mars.
oh, well, that's a really good choice, also.
But yeah.
so, so I come into my second real talk question. This is kind of special. I hope for you you can answer it. If
Hmm.
if Oprah says she gave you all her money from her bank account, but you must title her new rap album, what was your title it?
Ah!
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself, player. Next question.
Okay, okay.
Hey yo!
I don't know if I caught that, but nah.
Yeah, I definitely did. So, oh man.
This
Okay, to answer your question,
okay.
uh, brother H.
Yeah.
To answer your
Yeah.
question, I will kindly decline Oprah's you know offer,
Yeah.
but I will venture out my own. So to answer your question, yeah, that's my answer.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is okay. Then it's okay.
All
For
right.
me also, yeah. Then I. Yeah.
That's a great question though. That is a good question.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we coming now to my third real talk question.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. If you had your own island, what do you name it?
Okay, if I have my own island, what do I name it? Hmm. Okay, this is a tough question. Um. Okay, I have two names in mind. I would either name it Moo or I would name it um Abdul
Okay.
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 because
Hey,
it's kind of like my name, my full name.
You
So
okay?
I would either name it Mu, or I would name it Abdul.
You can
okay.
name it.
So
Yeah, that's your
so the
choice.
location will be more like somewhere in the like right in between the African islands. So right, I would just say my location would be like next to Madagascar.
Oh,
It'd be
Mm,
like
oh.
a hidden
Down,
island.
down in the
mm.
south. Down, down. Really down in.
Like you can look in the map. It's like it's there, but you can't really see it.
Okay.
You have to go through Madagascar to get to Abdul. That's the island right
Really good. So,
there.
and
Yeah.
then this is a double question, something like that. And what three things of luxury do you have on your own island? Three things of luxury.
It could be material or
Whatever. It could be whatever.
three things of luxury. Okay, water, food,
Oh.
um, free healthcare,
Ah,
and
that's a good one.
well,
That's a
free
good one.
healthcare mixed with the free education. So water, food, and free healthcare.
Free healthcare,
Yeah.
free education.
Hey,
Okay.
this really, really, really good answers for me.
That's
Also,
and you know what? That's actually like thinking more for the people, not even for
Hmm.
yourself. You know
exactly.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
because it's just like if I'm in charge of an island and then my own planet, would you think I won't be in charge of like the food and water and the healthcare?
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah,
hmm.
You know, I'm
yeah,
not the president.
yeah.
I'm the owner.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
That's
course, of
yeah,
course.
different.
that's
Yeah,
something different.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
something different.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So,
it's really for me acceptable. You can, yeah, have your food, yeah, your meal, and also your healthcare.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm,
I,
So,
yep.
yeah. So I come to my last real talk question is, what is your passion in life? Not, yeah, not spiritual reading or modeling. Not this kind of passion. Something you
Mhm.
enjoy and want to get paid for the rest of your life. A passion.
Um. Okay. So basically, as my regular job, I work at a mental health facility. So
uh,
I would like to get paid for the long run is helping people, mainly for mental health, and so that kind of deals with the healthcare, human resources, and all that kind of stuff.
okay, all
Um,
right.
Also, music. I feel like music kind of heals everything. You know,
Mm,
music.
Dope.
mm.
Dope. Dope.
So
Dope.
those that one, and then the last one is humor. You
Okay.
know, we
Oh, like
laugh, but we don't
comedy.
Comedy.
comedy. Or I
Oh,
would just say
okay.
humor. So
Okay, humor.
you
Okay.
know, that will give me money.
That-
I hope so. Because a lot of people just say, "Oh, you should be in movies or be." I don't have time for stand up. I don't have time to be putting jokes out here and making people laugh. Like I don't have time for all that
no.
and making up skits. Like
You
I just whatever
Yeah,
comes out my mouth is basically funny to anybody.
no.
yeah,
I was making brother H laugh because
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
coming
No,
from a
no.
whole
True.
world,
Me
but he
too.
knows what
Me
he
Me
is.
too.
too, me too. And you are
Yeah.
right. You are right. When people laughing, that gives people energy and they're feeling good. And maybe you can heal them
Mhm.
from some kind of diseases, yeah, illness.
Yeah.
This can
Yeah.
happen. I
Right.
heard so. This is because when you're laying in bed and you're feeling bad, it's something about your mind. And when your mind feeling bad, you
Right.
can crush it down and you have nothing. So when you say, "Ah, man, it's a good day," and I start to laugh and don't think about so mad or the bad
That's
things,
true. That's true.
It can't be better for
That's
you.
true.
Yeah.
Right
So
there,
you
right
got
there.
you got any like anything in the works right now, like as far as the modeling, or you working on anything in the site with the the spiritual reading, like.
All right. So, besides all that from what I talked about, y'all hear it first. Real talk.
This is
Y'all hear
Real
it first.
Talk with Heron,
I'm
global
trying to get back
premiere.
into doing music, doing DJing because my younger brother has been inspiring me. Um, because he also produces, but
Okay.
like I said, the music, like I've been very much inspired. When I went to Denmark, I was inspired from my fellow Danish friends, my Danish homies, and like I kind of want to bring that back because like I found like old emails from my one of my homies in Denmark, and he was sending me like the mixes and like the way he was DJing stuff like that, and I'm just like, damn, I gotta bring this back.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Okay.
And I
All
really,
right.
if I really was to pursue music by that age, when I was young, I would have been into very much music engineering
Oh,
and producing.
Okay.
So
All
I
right.
really want to,
So you like
even
the
though,
production side of things, production
yeah,
stuff.
like I love like
Oh.
because I'm a musician myself. Like I play the drums, but I
Oh,
haven't been as
word. Okay.
yeah, I haven't been as active on the music side. But having my younger brother and hearing him do all the beats, and I'm like,
That's
my
crazy,
brother
right?
got me inspired to go back in the music lab and create
Yeah.
something.
So
maybe.
what
So
about him? What about him? You want to shout him out? You want to give anybody any shout outs or?
yeah, so his name is on Instagram is Jawbook, but his actual name is Jamal. So he has the living room. It's basically I'm basically shouting out the living room too because it's basically different producers and my brother as well.
Okay.
Different. It's almost like instrumentals, but like it's house music, R&B, soul, jazz, and it's beautiful. So I'm just like that inspired me because at his age, I was doing that with my homies in Denmark. So
Wow.
it's just kind of like doing a 360 on me. And with this
Mm.
quarantine that we have in America, it's like damn, like I'm doing the spiritual readings, I'm doing the modeling, but the music part, a lot of people don't know that about me. Only a few people that
Yeah.
know me from
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, yo, we should get back into doing this and doing that. But it's just like haven't found the funding or the people that because I'm a woman and plus they would have, oh, you sing or rap? I'm like, no, I could do a beat. I could
Maybe
do a beat,
maybe we
you
created
know?
together with something real talk with Heron mixtape.
Hmm.
Nappy bring that on the line the last time, and I think about that. Maybe we construct something together. I don't know really. Nappy, what you
See, there
think?
you go, brother. Hey,
Definitely be a
we
part of that, and you
put us
definitely
together.
be a part of that. Definitely be a part of that. You know what I mean? So I want to say,
I
you
dig
know what I
it.
mean? It
I
was
dig
love
it.
having you on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Dig
It
it.
was much
Peace
love
and
was
love.
having you
Peace and
on.
love, y'all. Peace and love, y'all. Y'all great.
Yeah, yo, and we really appreciate that. We really appreciate that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Really appreciate that.
And
And from HY3, come on up. We really appreciate you for coming on here. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
of course.
Much love.
Real talk with
Thank you. It's
Heron.
a pleasure.
Namu in the
Pleasure, peace, and
house.
blessing.
Yeah, what can I say?
Peace and blessing. Peace and
Yes,
blessing.
thanks, sister. Real talk with Iran, Berlin, Germany. This time we got a special guest. Namu were there, and I was really, yeah, surprised what here happened.
Right, right, right.
So,
All right,
Tell them
stay
hoes
blessed.
back
Stay
off,
blessed.
bitches.
yeah,
I ain't no
You
Appreciate it.
regular
too. You
nigga. I'm a
too.
black
Peace and
owned
blessings,
business.
y'all.
Right.
Independent while you ask for it, bitches still crying to your label with your backbone,
Look,
bitches.
it's off the hook this year. You know the beat nuts. Lighting up a big L, bumping street struck.
I'm waiting on a mill, bumping Lauren Hill, speaking spoken word for those on the corner still.
Yeah, I need a chick, whiter than the Trump vote. To buy me 5 rifles out the gun stove.
All my hitters habla español. I don't stress no foes. Hello, bless your soul. Woo!
I don't think they ready for this real talk. Real talk with Heron.
Real talk,
With Heron.
real
Talk
talk.
with Heron.